Another concept we have is possession and ownership, okay, which is also very important. Now, in general sense, what do you think is the difference between possession and ownership?
Ownership means absolute authority to enjoy the particular thing. And possession means even if a particular man is an owner of a particular thing, possession need not be with him.
Yes. Right. So possession is nothing but like the physical possession of a certain property, but ownership is having absolute right. All the rights are given to the owner, but possessor might not be having all the rights. Like if a person is owner of an apartment, take for example, he has purchased a flat. Now he becomes the owner of that flat. But maybe to do the interiors and everything, he has assigned the task to an agency. He has hired them to do the interiors and everything. And he delivered his key as well. He said, get everything done. After that, I will come and stay in this apartment. That means the agency is only having possession for the moment, but they do not have the right to sell it, to gift it or anything like that. All these rights would be along with the owner only. So ownership is like a superior right, and possession is something where a person is having physical possession of the property, even though he might not be the owner. Okay, so sometimes we see that these two words are used interchangeably, but actually they are completely different from one another. Now, what are the differences between ownership and possession? So we will see this in this table. Ownership involves the absolute rights and legitimate claim to an object. It means to own the object by the owner. In case his rights are being violated, he will even go to the court and he will also file a case. We see title suits being filed that I am owner of this certain property, somebody else is taking possession of it, right? So ownership is nothing but it is an absolute right. All the rights are given to him and he can claim his ownership also over the object. If it is a plot of land, if it's an apartment, he can claim his ownership as well. It means to own the certain thing, whatever it is, right? Movable, immovable property, whatever it is, to own that thing. Possession is more the physical control of an object. The possessor has a better claim to the title of the object than anyone except for the owner himself. Ownership is superior. Possession comes after that. After that, only the remaining people comes. So if there is a owner of an apartment who has given keys of his flat to an agency for the interiors, that particular agency is having better rights as compared to other people, right? They can go there, they can do their work, they can lock it and then they can come back, right? So as compared to other remaining people, they are having better rights, but not better than the owner. Owner is having the absolute right over it. Okay, if the agency is being directed, agency might say if somebody is coming to just see how work is going on, they might say that, okay, you are not allowed to enter inside this, it is somebody else's property. They might say that also. So this possession will give them better rights as compared to remaining people, but not better than the owner. Owner would be having like absolute right over the property. Ownership is the right of the owner against the world, indefinite in point of the user, unrestricted in point of disposition and destroying, and unlimited in point of duration over a thing. He is having like absolute right. All the rights are given to him. As per definitions, it is continuous exercise of a claim to exclusively possess or use a thing. When we talk about possession, it might be for a specified time frame, for a specific purpose. Like in the case of that apartment, Only until the interiors are done, they are having possession. After that, they need to hand it over to the owner. But owners would be having absolute right until and unless they sell the property, they gift it to someone, or they dispose it of. They would have absolute rights on the property. Ownership itself gives the owner the right to possession. Ownership is absolute, so along with it, possession also comes. But in case of possession, just because someone is having possession of a property, that will not guarantee ownership. So along with ownership, possession comes, but along with possession, ownership will not come. Transfer of ownership is technical and long process and involves conveyance. It cannot happen that just like that a person is transferring his property. All the procedures need to be followed, right? Transfer of Property Act, the registration fee need to be paid. All the detailed technical process need to be followed. Otherwise, the transaction also may become invalid. But in case of possession, transfer of possession is fairly easier and less technical. In most of the cases, it's just a matter of giving the keys or allowing a person, right? But in case of ownership, it is a lot more complicated and time-taking process to transfer ownership. Transferring possession is comparatively easier. Ownership is essentially a bundle of rights, all rights in rem. Possession is not a right, it is just prima facie evidence of ownership. In case of possession, it is not a right, it is just an evidence of ownership. Most of the cases we see whoever is possessing a certain property, that person is only the owner. But when we talk about ownership, it comes with a lot of rights. In fact, all the rights are given to the owner, and these are rights in rem. Do you remember what is right in rem?
Rights against the whole world.
Yes, rights against the whole world. So owner can claim this property against the entire world because he is been given this bundle of rights. Okay, so these are the differences between ownership and possession. Is this part clear? Any point you want to be repeated?
Clear. Okay.
Hey, before we continue, I wanted to inform you about my live mentorship program for LL.B students or law aspirants. Law subjects and law topics need detailed clarity. We get that with the help of cases, examples, and detailed explanation. It's definitely not possible to include everything in these short videos. If you find my videos easy to understand and you are looking for some professional help in preparing for your examination, you can join my live mentorship program. Here you will be getting exam tips, answer writing skills, detailed notes that you can refer for your examination, cases, examples, and in a very easy way topics will be explained. I have live classes going on for a lot of subjects as of now. To know more about it, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. I'm also helping a lot of students in writing their assignments. If you need any such help or for any queries, any suggestions, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. And now let's continue with our video.